Basketball fans, we often celebrate the legends who make it to the top and stay there, basking in the glory of championships, MVPs, and millions in earnings. But today, we're flipping the script. Behind the bright lights of the NBA, not every story ends with rings, fame, and fortune. Some players reached incredible heights, only to lose it all due to injuries, addictions, poor decisions, or sheer misfortune. These stories are shocking, heartbreaking, and unforgettable. From sudden tragedies to slow declines, these players' lives off the court often overshadowed the moments they shined on it. So today, we're diving deep into 10 NBA players who lost it all, from fame to tragedy. 1. Len Bias, the star that never shined, 1986. Len Bias was arguably one of the most promising talents the NBA had ever seen. Coming out of the University of Maryland, he was drafted second overall by the Boston Celtics in 1986, just behind Brad Daugherty. Scouts raved about his combination of athleticism, strength, and scoring ability, predicting he would dominate the league for years, perhaps even surpassing Michael Jordan. Tragically, Len Bias never played a single NBA game. Just 2 days after the draft, he died of a cocaine overdose. The news shocked the sports world and left Celtics fans in disbelief. His death not only ended a budding career, but also prompted stricter anti-drug policies in the NBA. Len Bias remains one of the most haunting what-if stories in basketball history. A talent snatched away before it could even shine. 2. Derrick Rose, from MVP to injuries. In 2011, Derrick Rose became the youngest MVP in NBA history at just 22 years old. Known for his explosive athleticism, lightning speed, and fearless drives to the basket, Rose was the face of a new generation of NBA stars. Chicago Bulls fans celebrated, believing he was destined to lead them to multiple championships. But tragedy struck in the form of injuries. Rose tore his ACL in the 2012 playoffs, then suffered multiple knee injuries and meniscus tears over the following years. Each setback took away a piece of his once unstoppable game. Despite his resilient comebacks, including a 50-point game with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he never returned to the MVP-level dominance that once defined him. Rose's story is a stark reminder that an NBA career is fragile, and even the brightest stars can be dimmed by circumstances beyond their control. 3. Latrell Sprewell, millions lost. Latrell Sprewell was a 4-time NBA All-Star known for his skill, intensity, and competitiveness on the court. But fame doesn't always guarantee wisdom. In 2004, Sprewell infamously turned down a $21 million contract from the Minnesota Timberwolves, saying it wasn't enough to feed his family. The decision backfired dramatically. After rejecting that deal, no other team offered him a similar contract. And within a few years, Sprewell's financial empire crumbled. He lost mansions, luxury cars, and yachts, and went from millionaire status to financial ruin. His story serves as a cautionary tale. Talent and fame can vanish when financial planning and decision-making are neglected. 4. Gilbert Arenas, guns in the locker room, Gilbert, Agent Zero. Arenas was one of the most electrifying scorers of the mid-2000s. Playing for the Washington Wizards, he had back-to-back 60-point games, thrilling fans with his clutch shots and fearless style. Arenas was not just a star on the court, he was a cultural icon, famous for his charisma and unique personality. But everything collapsed in 2009. After a gambling dispute with teammate Javaris Crittenton, Arenas brought guns into the locker room, violating NBA rules and safety regulations. The league suspended him for the rest of the season. Endorsements vanished, and his career never recovered. Once a fan favorite, Arenas became a cautionary tale, a reminder that poor choices off the court can overshadow greatness on it. 5. Delonte West, from NBA guard to homelessness. Delonte West played alongside stars like LeBron James during his time with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Known for his versatility and defensive skills, West had the potential for a lasting career. But after leaving the league, his life spiraled out of control. West struggled with mental health issues and substance abuse, leading to public appearances as homeless on the streets, captured in heartbreaking photographs that shocked fans worldwide. Fortunately, players like Mark Cuban and LeBron James have intervened, offering support and rehab. Yet West's story remains one of the saddest NBA downfalls, showing how fame and talent don't always protect against life's harsh reality.
6. Antoine Walker. $110 million gone. Antoine Walker was a champion with the Miami Heat and a three-time NBA All-Star, earning over $110 million throughout his career. On the court, he was a dominant power forward, versatile in scoring and rebounding. Off the court, however, Walker's story was a financial nightmare. Through poor investments, gambling, and overspending, he lost nearly everything. By 2010, Walker had filed for bankruptcy, a shocking turn for someone who once had a fortune exceeding $100 million. His story is a warning about the importance of financial literacy, especially for athletes who earn massive sums in a short period. 7. Chris Washburn. Wasted talent. Chris Washburn was drafted 3rd overall in the same 1986 draft as Len Bias, heralded as a potential star. However, Washburn's career was derailed by drug addiction, primarily cocaine. Despite his natural talent and athleticism, he struggled to stay on an NBA roster, eventually being banned from the league after repeated failed drug tests. Washburn later admitted that addiction consumed him during his playing days, a sobering reminder of how substance abuse can destroy even the most promising careers. Today, Washburn's story is often cited as one of the NBA's most tragic, wasted potential cases. 8. Jayson Williams. A career cut short by crime. Jayson Williams was one of the top rebounders of his era, making a name for himself with the New Jersey Nets. An all-star and dominant inside player, his career looked secure and promising. But in 2002, tragedy struck. Williams accidentally shot and killed his limousine driver while handling a shotgun at his home. The legal consequences were severe. Years of court battles, prison time, and the end of his NBA career. Williams' story serves as a stark example of how a single mistake, even outside the court, can erase years of hard-earned success. 9. Roy Tarpley. Suspended for addiction. Roy Tarpley was an elite rebounder and 6th Man of the Year with the Dallas Mavericks in the late 1980s. On the court, he had the talent to become a perennial all-star. Off the court, Tarpley struggled with drug and alcohol abuse, leading to repeated suspensions from the league. Despite multiple second chances from the Mavericks, he could never overcome his personal demons. By the early 1990s, his NBA career was over. Tarpley passed away in 2015, leaving behind a story of unrealized potential and personal struggle. 10. Honorable mentions. Other shocking falls. While we've covered the core 10, several other NBA stars experienced shocking declines. Allen Iverson, despite earning over $200 million, faced financial struggles due to poor spending habits. Shawn Kemp, once a dominant power forward, saw his career decline due to weight issues and substance abuse. Darko Milicic, a former high draft pick, never lived up to expectations, highlighting the uncertainty of potential versus performance. These honorable mentions further illustrate that fame and talent don't guarantee stability or happiness in the NBA. Conclusion to final thoughts.
From Len Bias, whose career ended before it began, to Derrick Rose, robbed of greatness by injuries, and players like Sprewell, Arenas, and Antoine Walker, who lost everything due to bad choices, these stories are a sobering reminder. Behind the glory of the NBA, there are real people facing real struggles. The NBA isn't just about slam dunks and buzzer beaters, it's also about the human side, fragility, mistakes, and sometimes tragedy. These players' falls from fame remind us that life after basketball can be just as challenging as life on the court. So here's the question: which of these falls shocked you the most? And do you think some of these players deserve more sympathy than criticism? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into NBA highs and lows, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more unforgettable stories from the world of basketball.